Hello, welcome back to the another virtual class of civics. So today we are going to continue with the same topic which we started last time, that is the judiciary of India. So in that we were discussing about the Supreme Court of India, and in that we discussed about the composition, the qualifications required to become the judges of Supreme Court. Okay, then we discussed about the tenure of the judges of Supreme Court. So all those things we discussed in the previous class. So today we are going to discuss about the jurisdictions and the functions of the Supreme Court. So before I start, so let's start with our today's class. So today we are going to discuss about the functions as well as the jurisdiction of Supreme Court. So the first thing which we are going to discuss is the original jurisdiction. Okay, so original. So first of all we need to understand about what is the meaning of original jurisdiction. The cases which comes to Supreme Court at the first instance is known as original jurisdiction. Okay, the cases which occurred and directly it comes under the jurisdiction of Supreme Court. It cannot go to any other courts over India. Like we have high courts are there, subordinate courts are there, right? So there it cannot go. Certain cases are there which will fall under the jurisdiction of Supreme Court only. So cases will be decided on any disputes which comes or falls under the original jurisdiction of Supreme Court. So what is the meaning of jurisdiction? The area. Okay, the area of a area on which whose power will be there? The Supreme Court's power will be there. That means no other courts can interfere in the or working of that particular region or the area. So that is known as jurisdiction. So original jurisdiction, once again, the cases which falls under the Supreme Court at the first instance, the cases which occurred and then and there it will fall under the jurisdiction of Supreme Court. So what are the cases? Which type of cases are there which will be looked after by the Supreme Court directly without without these cases being taken into any other courts? So there are certain things. I have written it over here. You can go through it. Okay, if you want you can write down in your copies also. The first one is whenever there is a dispute. Dispute means certain things are there which cannot be solved. Both the parties are not ready to surrender, or both the governments are not ready to agree to certain points on some legal matters, and all legal issues are there. Because in this country we have a federal form of government, right? So two forms of government are there. Union government is there, state governments are there. So there can be lot of confusion, lot of disputes can arise, and those disputes definitely has to fall under the jurisdiction of Supreme Court. So that will be decided by the Supreme Court. So here one example is given over here. Suppose for example if a dispute is there between the government of India. Okay, there is a dispute between two parties. On one side government of India is there, and the other side one state or more states are there. Suppose for example government of India is on one side and on the other side a state is there. Any of the, suppose Bihar is there or West Bengal is there, on any of the states of India is there. Both has a dispute on some legal issues or some legal matters. So that case will fall under the jurisdiction of a Supreme Court. That will directly fall under the jurisdiction of a Supreme Court. Okay, so I said over here one, it can be one also if there are two or more states. Suppose more states are there. Suppose 5 states together on one side versus government of India on one side. Okay, if there is any dispute, then that case will directly be decided by the Supreme Court. Okay, next one again I have mentioned government of India on one side, any state, it can be any state. It can be any of the states of India, state or more than one state. So anything is possible. Okay, so first one government of India versus one state, or the government of India or any of the states if they have a dispute on some legal issues. Okay, on the existence of the legal rights. If there is a dispute in the laws of the government of the state as well as the union made laws, those disputes will be decided by the Supreme Court. Okay, then the third one you can see here, if there is a dispute between two or more states. dispute between state versus state. The first one we discuss, government of India, that is union government, and the state governments. Okay, then the next, this one is all about two states. Suppose there is a dispute between the state of West Bengal and on the other side Bihar is there. So if there is any disputes related to any issues, water dispute or any other law matters are there, that suppose recently we had a problem, right? So like the Susan's mother case, that means a murder case, right? So Maharashtra government was investigating it, and the Bihar government, that means Bihar police also entered into that case. So there was a clash. Maharashtra government was not ready to allow the Bihar police to investigate the case. So that matter was taken to the Supreme Court, and finally Supreme Court gave that matter to the CBI. So CBI is investigating that case, right? So these are some of the cases whenever there is, suppose police. I told you, you might say police. Every state government, they have their own police. Okay, West Bengal police cannot go and work in Maharashtra, state of Maharashtra. Maharashtra government, they have their own police. So police comes under the state government, under the control of the state government. Okay, so that issue was there, which was later on sorted out by the Supreme Court. So if there is a dispute between two states, one state versus another state, or one state versus two or more states. Suppose West Bengal on one side, and on the other side two states are there, Bihar and Karnataka is there. They two versus one state. So these disputes will also fall under the jurisdiction of a Supreme Court. Okay, so next one. So this all comes under this part, dispute between. So all these three I have broken into three parts to make it more and more clear. Now the second one is here. You can see here, if there is a case, okay, all such cases as involve an interpretation. So let me tell you what is the meaning of interpretation when you are to explain it in a more easy way. So the Supreme Court is a final interpreter of the Constitution. Supreme Court is the highest court as well as the final interpreter of the Constitution. Constitution can be interpreted properly by the Supreme Court. So if there is any certain disputes or any problem related to the interpretation of the Constitution, that will also fall under the jurisdiction of a Supreme Court. So first one is cases related to the interpretation of the Constitution. Okay, then the second one is denial. If any of the person is denied the fundamental rights. So if any of the fundamental rights are denied by a government or a group of people, or if the fundamental rights of the people are infringed or taken away, then definitely that case also will fall directly under the Supreme Court. So we have been given number of rights in the name of fundamental rights. So nobody has the right to take away our fundamental rights. So if this things happens, if any of our fundamental right is snatched away, okay, or are infringed by the state government or a group of people, okay, so that means where can we go? We can directly go to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court will decide it. So Supreme Court protects the fundamental rights of the people of the country. So this power, protection of fundamental right, is also done by the high courts. Suppose for example I am in Delhi, right? So Supreme Court is there in Delhi. If my fundamental right is infringed, then I can directly go to the Supreme Court. Right? If any of the person is illegally held, suppose a person without any trial is detained or kept in custody without any trial, so that case also will fall under the Supreme Court, because that person's fundamental right is snatched away. Okay, so Supreme Court protects the fundamental rights of the people of the country. Even High Court also has that power to protect the fundamental rights. Okay, so two things are mentioned over here: interpretation of the Constitution. If there is any dispute or if there is any problem related to the interpretation, Supreme Court will directly interpret the Constitution, because Constitution, many of the things, many of the people, they don't understand. So if the proper procedure and the proper meaning or the law is not properly implemented, or if not understood properly, suppose for example what I have to do according to the law, I have not done that, okay, I have taken that in a different way, so that there is a confusion. So in that period we can say that that confusion can be cleared by the Supreme Court. Okay, so that is all about the original jurisdiction of Supreme Court. So once again, what is meant by original jurisdiction? The cases which comes at the first instance. Okay, the cases which falls under the Supreme Court at the first instance. Okay, that is known as original jurisdiction of the Supreme Court. Okay, so this is all about the original jurisdiction of the Supreme Court. So I hope you all have understood it. So we'll discuss this matter again in the next class with another topic. Okay, that is appellate jurisdiction we are going to discuss in the next class. So this much for today. So we'll meet again next class. Till then, take care, stay safe. Bye bye.